Hey guys, this is Carina Carinosa with your weekend update for, what is it, March? The beginning of March. So this week was really amazing. What I learned is that you can be really high in your mastery. You can be seeking refuge in great books, drinking lots of water, taking care of your diet, and still fall a lot. This week I felt like I had multiple personality disorder because I saw a woman in the street that was suffering, and just my heart poured out of me and into her and wanting to heal her and just, being very compassionate. And, one thing that I've learned a long time ago is that one of the reasons people are fickle is because they don't have enough wisdom to handle their level of compassion. And that was kind of what happened with me, because afterwards I just was completely discharged. So it was kind of like my battery went brr. And also too, my level of consciousness somehow. So I was feeling bad, couldn't go out in the street because people know me for being cariñosa and loving, and I was feeling judging and not wanting to look people in the eye, and I just really didn't feel like myself, right? And so I was like, well, I can't stay in the house. I've got stuff to do. I have an amazing life to go create, right? And so I did a diagnostic, and I would encourage you to take inventory of what's happening in your life, because right now, for example, is Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrogrades, I think, 4 times a year. Maybe it's only 3, but it does it for 3 weeks. And Mercury retrograde means that communication is messed up. So it messes up our technology. You find that your relationships are a little bit more struggling. It's harder to negotiate contracts, things like this, right? And in the process of having communication difficulties, when you're doing your diagnostic, what you want to do is take a look at what you were doing when everything was successful and working and flowing, and everything that you wanted to create is there happening, versus where you are right now. And so what I did is I realized that I had gotten comfortable and complacent. And I don't care if you're religious or whatever your background is. The point is that you have to do daily surrender. I think, I don't remember who it was, somebody said that the work that you do today is not enough to sustain you there, right? So I did my diagnostic, and I realized that I was totally discharged because I had gotten complacent. I was very happy, but I changed my focus. My energy was not on a daily, thank you God, waking up in the morning, being grateful, doing my appreciation avalanche. It was thinking about something else or someone else. So say, for example, you're in a new relationship, right? And in that new relationship, you forget that part of that happened because you were asking for it. And you were focused on how amazing the universe responds and yields to you. And so then you stopped kind of co-creating, and things got a little bit complacent. Or maybe you weren't receiving the energy from other sources, like your hobbies and stuff, and now you're kind of like trying to take it from that other person. So I think they call that control dramas, if you've ever read the Celestine Prophecy. And in the self-diagnostic, I realized that I wasn't waking up and drinking 1.5 liters of water every morning, and I wasn't, doing my appreciation avalanche, being so thankful and grateful. And one thing that I always do is say, universe, dear God, I allow this day to turn out more amazing than I can even imagine. And what that does is that lets you sit back on autopilot, and let the universe be in control, because you got to remember that you are a little star, that you come from the federation of stars. The universal powerful energy has to yield to you if you let it. So letting things go smooth and letting things go with the flow is awesome, but you still have to keep doing your daily work. And I harp all the time about drink more water, drink more water, drink more water. Not only is it really good if you want to lose weight, but also because in order for you to connect with the ethereal, in order for you to connect with all of the energies and vibrations that are out there, that are part of you, that bring to you what you want, you have to be full of water, because it's a great conduit, right? So if your organism is short-circuiting, that can happen because you're getting stressed. Part of the reason we get stressed is dehydration. Or part of the reason we overeat is because we're dehydrated. We think we're hungry, but really we're just thirsty. And so that starts putting your organism into a fight or flight mode, which then gives you the cortisol that doesn't allow you to lose weight, right? So I encourage you to drink your water. Now, you guys know me, anybody who knows me personally and anybody who doesn't, one of the tricks that I do is we pray over our water. If you see me at meals, I take a long time to pray. I'm sorry, you know, but my need to be true to myself is more important than my need to impress you, right? So don't worry about yielding to peer pressure or feeling a little bit weird if you're in public and you're doing your prayers. It used to be really super normal. And now what's normal is a bunch of craziness out in this world. And those people aren't happy. So worry about making yourself happy, right? Pray over your food. And what you're doing when you pray over that, you know, 2-liter bottle of water in the morning is you ground yourself, you put it around the water, and you can, well, let me just close my eyes and do it myself, right? Oh, actually, well, I have an empty bottle of water. So I'll say, dear universe, thank you so much for this amazing day, for another opportunity to grow in awareness and capability. I am so grateful to be here, to be of service, to be an instrument for your will. I know that all of the things that I want are now coming to me, and I am open and allowing and receiving. I love my body. I love this life. I love my friends, my family, my relationships. Everything that I want is so good and clean and pure. I know that everything is coming to me, and I'm ready to go out and make it happen and allow it to happen and be part of this ever-expanding amazingness that is life. And so what you've done is you've infused that into your water, that love, that high vibrational energy, and now you're putting that into your body, right? And so your body just has to respond, right? That's cool. So this week I was feeling bad because I wasn't eating right. You know, you get out in public, and though I was like excited because I had some extra money and I was treating myself well and going out to eat, I still wasn't eating according to the diet. And the diet is just vegan and raw because that feels so good. To take the vibe energy available to us from the plant kingdom feels so good and alive. And I kind of stopped doing it. I started eating meat, more rice. Well, I wasn't really eating rice, but I wasn't eating enough plants. And me and lettuce are like, I need lettuce like you need air, right? So, I wasn't eating right. I'd stopped drinking my water. And also what I want you to note too about the bottle of water is that what you're doing not only is infusing positive vibration, you're also using a technique called segmenting. So you're allowing a moment of devotion to create the positive potential for the next moment. And of course, I walk out of the door knowing that the universe is bringing to me whatever I want. There's nothing special that I have to do. I just have to be allowing and receiving. And then, well, everything works out, right? Because I'm putting forward that positive expectation. If you have the bad habit, and you know, I try not to use that word, but it is a bad habit of thinking negatively, then you're making it difficult to love yourself and to be with yourself. People ask me all the time, they're like, are you solita? Are you alone? And I'm like, no, with the angels, I'm never alone. And the thing is you have to learn how to enjoy your own company, right? So the best way that I can offer immediate results to you, if you are, you know, finding that you're very critical or judgmental, because I was finding that I was critical and judgmental all this week. I was like, whoa. And I actually wanted to press some buttons, you know, like I kind of got into an argument and I wanted to say some kind of not nice things. So the first recommendation that I can give to you, one, is to turn off the TV. It doesn't matter if you're paying attention to it. What matters is that you are letting resistant thoughts, resistant comments, resistant dramas to infiltrate your environment. And you may not be cognizant of it, but that is having an effect on you. So, step 2 is put on some music that vibes with you, you know? And if you can get yourself into singing, that's the best way to go up the scale of consciousness immediately. And to use your emotional guidance system so that you are pivoting up and up and up, higher and higher. The place you want to always be is joy, right? And music is definitely the place where you find joy. So put on some music that is coinciding with how you feel and start singing, because what you're doing then is you're opening up your vibrating tones that correspond with the other energy centers in your body called chakras. And by doing that, you're opening that up and you're allowing your body to now receive more of exactly what you want. So those are the quickest ways to go higher in your mastery. Turn off the TV, all negative influences. If you've got people in your life that are trying to control you and trying to make you feel bad or trying to give you guilt trips and stuff, like, seriously, get away. And I know for some of you that could be really hard, like if you're a teenager or if you're in a marriage that, you know, stuff's going wrong or whatever the situation. Go find you a happy, healthy, safe space, or create a healthy, happy, safe space. But anyway, it's getting kind of long, this video. And I just wanted to let you know that my weekend turned out really great. So I was feeling crappy, and it had been 2.5 days, and I kind of got into an argument. In fact, it was an argument, and I was like, nobody wins in this argument. So I've got to surrender. And surrender doesn't mean surrendering to somebody else's dominating stuff. We're talking about surrendering to universe, to God energy, surrendering to your higher ascended self. So think of your higher ascended self. What does he look like? You know, his perfect aspects. He looks at you and loves you unconditionally. He smiles at you and knows everything about you that there is to know. And he is fully compassionate and aware and has learned everything. And he says, hey, look, you know, you got to be an active participant. I need you to, like, stop trying to control. You're going too fast, or, like, get your foot off the brake. Like, this was an agreement, cruise control. And so what your job is then to let it go and relax and let things move and trust your impulses. So when your impulses say, go have fun, go do this, go run and play, and there you happen to find that all of the amazing people and all of the amazing situations that you were needing to find have found you. And that's how you can know, that's an indication of how you can know that things are really perfect, is because when somebody offers it to you, then you know that you're not pushing. And so I did a surrender ceremony for like 3 hours because I felt like I really needed to surrender a lot, because I had gotten my mind thinking about somebody else and not thinking of, well, not appreciating God as much, right? And after the ceremony, well, what happened is I just got so full of energy, and I got the impulse to go ahead and get on with my day, which was fantastic because I had woken up at 4:30 in the morning in a horrible mood. And so I went out, I went on with my day, and I got prepared, and I let the day turn out more magical than I could even imagine. And you know what? It totally did. So next day, I needed to come out to the beach to do massages, and so that's why there's a flag in the background, because I'm here at Nitro City in Punta Chame, which is about an hour and a half outside of Panama City. And so we weren't sure if they were going to give me another nice room, because we didn't know if they were going to be booked or not. And I was taking the bus, and I was like, okay, but you know, I'm still not fully charged. My consciousness is still kind of like judging and a little critical, and just not feeling like loving everybody like normal. And I said to myself before I was arriving, I was kind of discharged, and sort of sleeping in the bus and stuff. Not sleeping, but my mind is reeling, so it's kind of hard for us to sleep. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to get out there and let the day turn out more magical than I can even imagine. And I'm going to plant myself onto the ground and soak up some of those good vibes that Mother Earth has available to me. And wouldn't you know, as soon as I arrived, they said, yeah, you get the room with the jacuzzi. And I said, perfect. So now I'm going to call my friends and let my friends come over and hang out with me while I'm waiting to have some massages come along. And, you know, all I can say is that you are an amazing, co-creative, powerful child of God. You are capable of doing anything that you allow yourself to believe. So anytime you hear yourself saying, I can't do that, really? Really? Ask yourself if it's something that you want. If there is a benefit there that you need or want. And if there is, then just tell yourself that you can. Fake it till you make it, because you can do anything that you put your mind to. It may not be easy, but I'm sure it'll be worth it, because you decided that there are benefits there for you. So I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful month of March. And I hope that if you need some more help putting into context how you can go higher in your mastery, how you can open your heart and let your body feel free and be able to receive more love, energy, God, light, then I'm sure that you will be in contact with me. So find me on the Facebook, Carina Carinosa, Carina with a C, como coco. Carina Cariñosa. I have a profile and a page. The page is shaped like a heart. Yeah. So it's green and purple. And that's where I'm putting all the videos from the highest ascended masters, the people who I learned from, and daily well wishes and stuff like that. And I totally want you to come and participate. So if you know cool stuff, and I know you know cool stuff because you're so cool, right? Otherwise we wouldn't be here together. Yeah, if you've got any cool stuff about organics, or if you want to share things that are helping you feel more awesome and powerful, please definitely come and visit and we can be friends. So take care, make it a great day, and I love you. Bye.